Commander Thex alone stood atop the observation deck of Bastion Prime, the most impregnable defensive structure ever conceived by the Galactic Defense Consortium. The fortress had been designed by the finest military engineers from 17 different species, incorporating technology that had taken 3 centuries to develop. Its energy shields could withstand direct hits from supernova-class weapons. Its adaptive armor plating could redistribute kinetic impacts across molecular structures. Its quantum-locked security systems were theoretically unbreachable. "Sir," reported Lieutenant Vexith, his antennae twitching with excitement, "the human delegation has arrived for the fortress demonstration." Thexalone's mandibles clicked with satisfaction. Today would vindicate the consortium's massive investment. They would show humanity, the galaxy's newest member species, exactly why their aggressive expansion would be contained by superior defensive technology. The human ship was remarkably unremarkable, a simple transport vessel without visible weapons arrays or advanced shielding. From it emerged a single figure, Dr. Sarah Kim, Earth's military attaché, carrying what appeared to be a standard diplomatic briefcase. "Dr. Kim," Commander Thex alone announced as she approached the fortress's primary entrance. "Welcome to Bastion Prime. This facility represents the pinnacle of galactic defensive engineering. The entrance you see before you is secured by 17 different defensive systems, each capable of neutralizing threats that could level entire planets." Dr. Kim nodded politely and examined the imposing entrance, a seamless metallic barrier rising 200 meters, flanked by energy field projectors and automated defense turrets. "Impressive engineering. May I?" "Certainly," Thexalone replied confidently. "Please attempt whatever penetration method your species considers most effective. Our defensive matrices have been tested against every known form of assault." Dr. Kim approached the entrance, studied it for exactly 13 seconds, then walked directly to a seemingly random section of the wall. She pressed her palm against what appeared to be solid metal. The fortress's primary entrance opened. Commander Thexalone's primary circulatory system experienced what humans would call cardiac arrest. Alarms that had never been designed to sound began wailing across all consortium frequencies. "Impossible," Lieutenant Vexith whispered. "The biometric locks require genetic codes from all 17 consortium species simultaneously. The quantum encryption is based on prime number factorization," Dr. Kim interrupted gently. "Standard RSA-type encryption, but using base 17 mathematics instead of binary. The biometric scanner was cycling through genetic templates in a predictable pattern. I just timed my palm print to coincide with the Altarian genetic marker, similar enough to human DNA to register as valid." She stepped through the entrance as defense systems that had cost more than most planetary budgets simply ignored her. "The pattern recognition in your security AI is actually quite sophisticated," she continued conversationally, "but it's optimized for intentional intrusion attempts. It wasn't programmed to recognize someone just walking through." Commander Thexalone followed her in a daze, watching as Dr. Kim casually bypassed 17 more security checkpoints using methods that could only be described as politely confident walking. "Your motion detectors are calibrated for aggressive movement patterns," she explained, strolling past laser grids that should have activated but didn't. "Your thermal scanners expect elevated stress responses. Your acoustic sensors listen for stealth movement or forced entry attempts." She paused at what was supposed to be the final security barrier, a quantum-locked vault door that required simultaneous authorization from 3 different galactic councils. "The quantum lock is impressive," Dr. Kim admitted, examining the mechanism. "But you're using quantum entanglement for verification, which means—" She pulled a small device from her briefcase, a standard Earth-manufactured smartphone. "If I generate the right frequency modulation." The vault door, which had been tested against antimatter charges, open to the sound of a 21st century Earth ringtone. How? Commander Thex alone managed to croak. Dr. Kim smiled apologetically. You designed your security to stop armies, fleets, and siege weapons. But you never considered the possibility that someone might just ask nicely. She gestured to the smartphone. I sent a polite request to your Fortress AI using standard diplomatic channels. Since I'm technically an invited guest with proper credentials, the AI interpreted my presence as authorized. Commander Thex alone stared at the smartphone, a device so primitive it didn't even register on their technology scanners, that had just defeated 3 centuries of military engineering. Dr. Kim, he said slowly, exactly how does your species approach military conflicts? Usually by talking to people, she replied cheerfully. It's amazing how often defensive systems are designed by engineers who forget that sometimes the best way through a fortress is to knock on the door and introduce yourself. The implications would revolutionize galactic military doctrine for the next millennium.